All right, part 2, because the first part was so awesome, the phone overheated, but now we got Corbin. Can you say hi? Aw, look at that guy, so freaking cute. Part 2, so what we're doing is we're doing a deeper dive into the post I did today of the 2 mistakes most people are making in their marketing. Number 1 was not having a clear and consistent brand message. And we went deep dive into all of that, what that means and what that entails. The second thing is they don't have a true marketing funnel. Now, a lot of times when we talk about sales funnel, marketing funnel, because Russell Brunson is awesome, I'm a big fan of him, and he's done such a great job of marketing and branding and all that stuff. Yeah, buddy. Oh, yeah, look at that sign. They think a sales funnel is ClickFunnels, or having a marketing funnel is using ClickFunnels software. ClickFunnels is a software, and there's my beautiful wife. Corbin's back there. We're giving marketing advice, babe. ClickFunnels is a software. Can you say hi to Mom? Oh. ClickFunnels is a marketing software. It is not what I mean by a marketing funnel. So, what a marketing funnel is, imagine taking all of your customers or potential customers and leads and having them go through a process. It's a structure of taking your potential customers and guiding them through the phases of a relationship, from not knowing who you are all the way to like super fan, down for life customers. And how it works is by step 1, having really clear brand messaging. So just like we talked about earlier, if you missed it, you missed it. Where it is making sure you're really clear and consistent with your messages that you're communicating. You got to have that. You got to use it. Your team, your marketing staff, all of that has to be super clear and consistent about the marketing message that you're using. The second part of that is a one-liner statement. Now, when people hear that, think that it's just one phrase or one line or one sentence. That's not necessarily the case. It's actually just a movie term. Whenever movie executives go to pitch a movie to a producer, they have a one-liner, which is just a simple statement that quickly explains what the movie's about. Your one-liner statement when it comes to your marketing and your branding is a simple answer to the question, what do you do? It helps you to frame that in such a way that you don't sound boring and you don't sound like anybody else. So very simple formula for this, and we'll go deeper in another one, is problem, product, and results. So what is the main problem that you solve? Because we always start with a problem. Every good story, every good marketing, every good messaging starts with the problem you solve. What is the product that you do to solve that problem? And then 3 is what is the result, or the happily ever after, once somebody purchases your product. So that's the one. So we got our brand messaging, we got our one-liner statement. Well, the next thing that we have as part of our sales funnel is a website that is wireframed to do 2 things. Let me tell you guys this. Your website should only do 2 things: make you money and collect leads. If it is just a bunch of pretty pictures about yourself, man, throw that on Instagram, because that's where it should be used. Your website should collect leads and make you money. If it's not doing those things, you're just paying for an Instagram account in essence. So you don't want to do that. On that website, there's 9 different sections that you want on your website. I'll do a whole nother separate training and video on that on YouTube, where what we'll do is we'll break down each section of your website. Most people focus a lot on the design, very little on the words and the structure of those words. And there's 9 segments you must have on your website to make sure it's wireframed to do those 2 things: make money and collect leads. So we got our brand messaging. We've got our one-liner statement. We have a website that is wireframed to collect leads and make us money. The 4th thing that we need in our marketing funnel, which is part of that website design, is you need some way of capturing leads on that email. You need a lead generating PDF, something where people are entering their email address in exchange for something of value that positions you as an expert and solves a quick problem for them. So this can look something like a PDF, like maybe, I don't know, a marketing domination checklist of everything that you need on your marketing to dominate your industry that you can find at SeanGarner.co, link in the bio. Or it could be some type of webinar, free training, ebook that you've written, something that positions you as an expert, gets people as a quick win, and is typically on average like a $20 to $30 value. If you're to sell something, that's right now about what people value their email address in. It's like 20 to 30 bucks. So That has to be done, because if you don't have something like that, guess what? People are not just going to drop their email addresses on your website for a newsletter. Nobody wants your newsletter. Your mom probably doesn't even want your newsletter. So you got to have something, a way of value that positions you as an expert and adds value to people. And so you want to add that on your website. After you do that, the next part of your marketing funnel, though, is a sales sequence, because it's no good just to give something away to somebody if you don't have an organized process of following up with them. So what you want to do is you want to create at least a 5-series sequence of emails that are auto-generated, that plugged into that. So whenever they enter their email address, they get that thing sent to them. Then they get plugged in an email sequence of at least 5 emails that do a few things. First one, very simple email, just needs to thank them for downloading the thing and give them the thing. The second thing that you want to do is you want to share or talk about the main problem it is that you solve. The third thing that you want to do is you want to have some type of testimonial or a success story or client win, something like that. The fourth email that you want to go out, you want to overcome some or the most common objection that you get from your customers. And the fifth one needs to be a really good, strong call to action sales email where you're asking for the sale. After that, you get that plugged in, boom, you got a sales sequence. You're going to be ahead of most people in your industry. Second to the last part of your marketing funnel is a nurture sequence. So yes, they get plugged in that auto sequence, but I see a lot of people, 1, they capture emails, they don't do anything with them. 2, they capture emails, they put them through an auto sequence, and then they never talk to them again. What you want to do is the third thing. You want to capture those emails, you want to plug them into that sales sequence, but more importantly is you want to have an ongoing nurture email that you send out at least a weekly email. With these emails, they are not sales emails. It's not always like buy my thing, buy my thing, buy my thing. What you want to do is you want to think about all the junk and spam emails that you get right now. You probably use Gmail, you click on the promotions tab, you're flooded with all of those things. What you want is you want to create emails that everybody wants to open. So we want to make sure that we've got really good subject lines in there, so that way we get that high open rate, so more of them are whitelisted, so you don't go to the promotions tab. And the second thing is we want to flood it with so much value to where people are excited about opening up your emails. People ask all the time, how often should I send an email? You should send out an ongoing kind of nurture sequence email as often as you can create that result, which the result is adding value and getting people excited to open. I would say at minimum, or on average, try to get at least one time a week, tons of like a really good value-driven email, bullet pointed out. It doesn't have to be a big paragraphs and stories and stuff like that. Just a few simple tips to just keep you on top of mind of people and just give them a quick win. And just throughout their week, just serve them. The last part of this, and this kind of all ties together, is your social strategy. So once you have all of these things built, the social media is probably where a lot of people are going to be getting a lot of their traffic from, unless you have like a brick and mortar facility where you're doing a lot more like geo-targeting type stuff. But social media is a great way to drive traffic into the top of that funnel and get them to go into your website, opt in and all that stuff, because whenever you have the first step, which is your clear marketing messaging, man, it gets really, really easy to create content. If you are right now in a service-based business, or you've got some type of e-commerce business product or something like that you're selling, here's a very simple content strategy for you. What I want you to do, open up a Excel spreadsheet or Google Sheets or something like that, and I just want you on the left-hand side, start typing out the 50, start with 50, but if you can get to 100, that's awesome. But type out the top 50 questions that you get asked on a regular basis. So you know your niche and you know the types of questions that you get asked all the time. Or think about the things that you do every day on a reoccurring basis that seem easy to you, that other people find difficult or they pay you to do. Think about those, start typing those out. Then create content that answers those questions. It doesn't have to be anything super crazy, especially if you're just starting out, guys. It is so easy to get overwhelmed with, well, what platform do I use? How do I use Reels and trending audios, and what hashtags am I supposed to be using? Should I be on YouTube or Instagram? Don't worry about that stuff starting out. If you don't have anything, you've just got to start building the habit. It's like, again, going back to, I used to be in fitness. Whenever I would have somebody for their initial consultation and they wanted to lose 50 pounds, but the biggest question they had is, what pre-workout do I need to take? Like, whoa. Right now, we just have to focus on building a habit to get you moving. Then we can worry about those details. Same thing, guys, with your content strategy. Come up with those top 50 questions, FAQs that you get asked for your specific industry, and start answering them on videos. If you don't feel comfortable on camera, you can write a blog. But I definitely would say video is how you're going to win quickest. Answer those questions. Then once you've built the habit and the comfort of creating content, then you can start worrying about what platform to use and all that stuff, because there's a lot more detail that goes into that. But that is an overview of whenever I talk about you need a marketing funnel. That's what it is, guys. It's your social media content. It's your brand messaging. It's your one-liner statement. It's your website that's wireframed to collect leads and generate sales. It is that lead generator on your website. It is a sales sequence and then a follow-up nurture email sequence. That's what a sales funnel is, and that's what you need. And if you don't have one, hey, that's exactly what I do, and our team does. You just check out the website. The link's in the bio. It's just SeanGarner.co. And right now, if you click the link in the bio, there is a free marketing assessment. We talked about this on the IG Reel today. What it does, it takes probably about 5 to 7 minutes to answer 31 different questions, and then it actually sends you a customized marketing report based upon your business. It'll show you what areas that you need to improve, what maybe you're doing really great at, and so you know exactly where the holes are in your marketing. Because see, a lot of people want to dive into paid ads and do all this crazy stuff with their marketing. They don't realize they've got a ton of holes in the bucket. So make sure you plug the holes in the bucket before you start getting too much into the detailed stuff. So hope this added value. Corbin, you got anything else to say? You got anything? Words of wisdom for these guys? Well, if he thinks of something, we'll come back on here. But you guys have an awesome day.